Making it to the stage right now, a very funny lady, making her debut right here at the Laugh Factory. Would you put your hands together? Who is it? Liz! There's Elias, come on up here, Liz!
Let's hear it for everybody's creepy Uncle Joe! In the audience, so thank you guys for coming out. You guys are like a really good sports bra. You're not all that attractive, but you give me the support that I need. So anyway, I'm Liz, and just to give you a little bit of background on me, I recently figured out that I need fatter friends. There's a couple of reasons for this. Reason number one is it'll make me look skinnier. Reason number two is that skinny chicks are high maintenance. And I don't know if you guys have any skinny chick friends, but everywhere we go, they have to scan the room and see if they're the skinniest girl in the room. And so they're like, oh my god, that girl's so skinny, she's skinnier than me, I can only have that coat today. And I'm like, that's an 11-year-old Asian boy. But there actually was a period of time in my life that I used to work out. It was a time that I like to call when I was single. So anyway, I would go to the gym in Santa Monica with my friend Carl, and Carl's my black friend, and he's 6'4", so I feel really special going places with him because he's like my bodyguard, so I feel special. But anyway, just to give you some background, something happened at the gym, but I have to give you background on Santa Monica. There's a bunch of like weird homeless people that walk the streets on a regular basis. There was a guy that I saw one time, and he was clearly homeless, but he was brushing his teeth on the street, and I'm like, that's awesome. I mean, I love oral hygiene, but I'm just thinking like maybe shelter would be up here, and then somewhere down the list would be the toothbrush. But there's these other guys that used to sleep in like this doorway, you know, and so one day I'm driving by, and they're watching cable. And I'm like, one, how did you get a TV? Two, how did you hook up cable? And three, if you're that industrious, do you think you can find a job? I mean, just try to find a job. So anyway, we go to the gym, and there's a guy on the stationary bike, and he's wearing a helmet. Right? I thought it was hilarious too. So I'm like joking about it to Carl. I'm like, oh my god, like where's that guy think he's going? You know? I'm all about safety, but that seems a little extreme. And so Carl's like, that guy just had brain surgery. Okay, fine, I'm the asshole, but he's wearing a helmet on his bike. Anyway, I'll take that. I'm the asshole. Another thing about me is I'm a little bit of a commitment phobe. I was actually engaged previously, and I broke off the engagement. It's kind of gone downhill from there. I can no longer get in the carpool lane. I'm afraid I won't be able to get out in time. And I also only eat at buffets, so it's starting to adversely affect my weight as well. But anyway, it's a miracle, but I do have friends. And I pay them for this. So we go out to a club sometimes, and I'll be with my girlfriends, and my job is backup dancer judge. What that means is, and girls, you know what I'm talking about, if you're with a group of girls, there's always that guy that comes up behind you and is like, dancing behind you, maybe you want to. So I have to check him out, and if he's good looking, then it's fine, like we can go on with our night. But if he's creepy, I have to do something drastic, you know, and normally it's like, I have to, you know, make a physical barrier between the two. Sometimes that doesn't help, so then we just have to pretend we're lesbians. Am I the only one that does that? Woo! Because I'm talking about. So, anyway, so I was at the club the other day. And you've probably seen this if you've been to a club, but so I'm on the dance floor and I'm trying to get out of the dance floor. And when girls go there together, they hold hands so they don't get, you know, they don't get separated. So I'm trying to make my way through, and I hit this wall, and I look up, and there are these 4 chicks, and they're all holding hands. It's like all of a sudden in this fucked up game of Red Rover that I just write greeting cards. So I've come up with a few, and I'm just going to run them by you. So the first one is, I have good news and I have bad news. Open it up. The good news is I'm not pregnant. The bad news is I'm just fat. Another one is, it's not you, it's me. No, really, I think I gave you herpes. There's a good way to say everything. And that's what I'm trying to bring with my greeting card line. So here's another one. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. You're bad for me and you're making me fat. I think a lot of guys could give that, you know. But anyway, so I want to kind of talk about something serious right now, and that's Amber Alerts. Okay. Now, everybody knows what Amber Alerts are, and they're serious. But I want to talk about the other people that it affects. And those other people are the people that have the same make, model, and year of that car. I had my nephew Timmy for the day, and we were going to Disneyland. Well, guess what? My car was on the Amber Alert sign. So the whole day I'm making him, you know, like bend over in the seat. I have a kid with me. Like, I don't want the cops to be called on me, you know. So thank you, kidnapper, for ruining my day and ruining Timmy's day. So anyway, so I have to tell you this story. There's always that person that you know, and if you don't know that person, then it's you. But it's the person that makes fun of retarded people and like deaf people. And I'm not lumping them together, but they do sound the same. So you know what I mean? It's like always it's like, I can't hear you, you know, like that. So anyway, I had this person, was one of my good friends in college, and she would always make fun of deaf people, right? She's like, you know what, I'm going to hell, like my kid's gonna be deaf, you know, all this stuff. So anyway, fast forward a few years, she gets pregnant. So it's like, now we get to see, right? So, you know, a couple years goes by, and you'll never guess what happened to her kid. Nothing. Nothing happened to her kid. Her kid's fine. And you know what? She drank for the first 3 months of her pregnancy because she didn't know she was pregnant. So I guess what I'm trying to convey here is that the moral of the story, you can make fun of people and it's okay. And babies are resilient. You got it. But you guys have been great. I just want to leave you with some wisdom from one of my favorite people, Ice Cube. It's always a good day when you don't have to use your AK.